Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time and listening to and coming through to the webinar. My sincere apologies. I'm so sorry for the technical glitches that we've had. So anyway, I'm recording this for you guys so that you have the slides as well as my voice to go through the slides. Hopefully it's insightful and fun. Okay, so I've titled this webinar let go of the fear, feel powerful and show up. Why this webinar? We're all going through tough times and uncertain times with this enemy that's just infiltrated every aspect of our society, be it in our homes, in our businesses, in our churches. Just everything has gotten to a screeching halt because of this enemy. And I felt that there was a need for us to be strong and to look inward, to act fast and to innovate and pivot in our lives, in our business, in every area of our lives. And I felt guided to do this webinar. Okay, that is not relevant for us now. Okay, just a little bit of myself. Like I mentioned, my name is Lulu, if I didn't. I'm an accountant by profession, and I've worked in the banking industry for plus minus 5 years. Finally, I found the courage to leave because I was unhappy and unfulfilled, despite the fact that I was a performer and had gotten several years Employee of the Year awards. And finally in 2015 I had the courage to take the plunge and jump into my entrepreneurial journey. I started off with a network marketing company, which over there I had such a huge success where I had over 4,000 people in my team. And soon after that, I started a couple of other businesses which have done relatively well, some not. But currently, I'm working on 2 projects. It's a Stockful growth platform, as well as my own banking brand company. But through all of this, what I found is that what the thread has been throughout my life since I was in primary school, I've always been trying to help some people help themselves, whether it's anyone I come in contact with. I'm always trying to help someone to better themselves, to help themselves. And this is the spirit of this webinar as well, is me trying to find a place of interaction, of support for us female entrepreneurs. And okay, and just to find ways for us to get through this patch that we are in right now. And I've come up with 5 tips that I'd like to share with you that will help you feeling powerful now. You can do today in your house that will help you and leave you feeling more powerful, more in control, and able to show up in love, letting go of the fear. So the first thing I wanted you to do, I wanted to define fear. What is fear? Fear is defined as an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of death, whether it can be real or perceived, which means it can be actually real or it can be something that's actually just in your mind. And what are the physical manifestations of fear that are scientifically proven? It is said that fear, it can manifest in itself in various ways, but it can cause damages in your cardiovascular system and also cause ulcers and also irritable bowel syndrome, and also it can affect fertility, accelerate aging, so it can make you grow older quicker than you would normally and also cause premature death. So it's quite serious. Having fear in your life has many repercussions, but also I was blown away to find that it has also got physical manifestations, not only in your emotions, but also it's got physical manifestations. So also, what is the source of fear? I began to think to myself, what is the source of fear? In the time that we're in, our biggest source of of fear is information. And even generally in life, I'm always reminded of a 2-year-old child who doesn't know the danger of a hot stove. That child is born without knowing the danger of that hot stove, doesn't have the information to make that decision. But once the child experiences the threat or the hot stove or the burn and feel the pain in their body, then they become aware of that fear, of that hot stove, that is a hot stove. So mostly fear, the source of fear is information. So the question would be for me right now, and us as women, as female entrepreneurs, what is our source of information? What are we focusing on right now? And how do we move from fear and to faith in these uncertain times, such that we feel powerful, and so that we can show up in love in our business, in our families, in all that we need to do. So I thought of ways. I said, okay, fine. The first way would be for us to do the practical things. The practical things would be to wash your hands, to keep a safe distance between you and others, to build up your immune system, to protect yourself as a means of protecting the people that would not survive if they would catch this virus. And the second thing for me would be that that we do not ignore the inward work. What is our attitude as we wash those hands, as we sanitize, as we distance socially? We can stay at home in the energy of prevention, or we can stay at home in the energy of fear. You can wash your hands in the energy of love and support, or you can wash your hands engulfed in the energy of the worst case scenario. It's all a choice that we can make. Like I always say, the energy by which you do the thing matters just as much, if not more, than the thing that you do. So I'm going to say that again. So the energy that you do the thing, that you think it's important, is more important than the thing itself that you are doing. So your attitude, your spirit, your energy as you do it is more important. So once you've done the inward work and you've gotten to a place where you do things in love, and in love and in a supportive environment, you get the result that is consistent with love. And also the third thing, use your time efficiently. So how do you begin to use the time efficiently? During these uncertain times, we tend to look inward, which is important, which I really support. We have the opportunity to elevate our lives and decide where we want to go from here. We've done all. Once if it's been done and said and everything has passed, how would you want to have thought or acted during this time? What would you want to focus on and create if you were at home right now? So I really saw something so inspiring. I thought, wow, this guy posted something on social media. Let me read it for you guys verbatim actually. He said, if you don't come out of this quarantine with the first thing, a new skill or a side hustle started or more knowledge, you never lacked time in the first place. All you lacked is discipline. Because now it's proven point blank that we've got all of the time in the world. We could choose where we spend our time and what we focus on, and are we going to decide to be elevated this time, or are we going to get better or worse? It's all up to us what we decide we're going to do this time. And I'd really encourage us to begin to use our time efficiently. Also, the fourth thing, do an audit on your business and your career. When I come to this, I'm so reminded of the time that I was working at this place, and I would sit in the traffic in Johannesburg, and I would cry on my way to work. There was nothing really wrong. If someone were to ask me what is wrong, that is on the outside, but it was just me feeling that I don't belong to where I'm going. I'm not happy with what I'm doing. It was just so uninspiring for me. But someone who was looking out from the outside would say, wow, Lulu has got it made. But for me, who was in that position, I felt incomplete and unfulfilled. And so this time really, to do that audit in your career, look at where you want to be. If where you are is where you want to be, then fantastic. Then the next question would be for you, how can I serve this company better? If not, if you are not where you want to be, then what is the smallest step I can take now in this isolation to where I want to be, and actually take that step. And also as entrepreneurs, it's time for us to look at things without the pressure of implementation. There's nothing we have to implement right now. Am I going in the right direction in my business? Am I effectively solving the problems for my customers? If yes, is there a better way I can do it? All of these things, just a beautiful time of reflection and auditing and looking at ourselves and looking at our business and looking at life and doing a really thorough audit of who we are and where we are going. So the fifth thing, if you look at that, if you do that assessment, and the next thing would be for you to pivot. If there's a need, you may need to reorganize the current plans that you had for this year. For some of us, we were planning to launch products. We may need to rearrange that. We may feel the desire to pivot, to focus, to shift, to connect to what is needed right now. What are my customers needing right now? What are my people needing right now? What is my tribe needing right now? And then I refocus and I do that, because I know that as leaders, we are very good in adapting, to pivot, to rearrange, so that we don't get caught up in doing the one thing the same way forever, as it has been proven in these days that change it's something that is inevitable. There's nothing as constant in life than change, and we as women, as entrepreneurs, have got to align with that change and move with it. So what am I saying in this thing? What is my point? Am I asking you to change? No, I'm not asking you to change one bit. What I'm asking you to do is to be the real you. The real you that we all know that you can be. The real you is beautiful. The real you is productive. The real you is excellent. The real you is content. The real you is fulfilled. And through these steps that I've outlined above, I hope you can be guided towards that direction, such that you can open up yourself to the next step and be guided to what you should do next. Because I firmly believe, I'm a believer, that every single answer, especially us as women with our intuition, all of the guidance, all of the things that we need are on the inside. If we can quiet all of the noises on the outside and listen to what is happening on the inside, all of the answers that we need are on the inside. I really hope this has been insightful and eye-opening and made, even if it's a little bit of a difference in your life. I'm so grateful that you came around and you listened. I love you so much. Also, if you could just follow me on Facebook if you like. It's at Lulu Forest. And also, I'm open to any comments, questions, or suggestions, or anything of any thoughts that came to your mind as you were listening to this. I'm open to that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much.